On those who served our country and making sure they're honored, which is why I wanted to once again highlight a nonprofit organization committed to active duty military members, veterans, and also first responders. Here to talk about the Big Red Barn located in Blythewood is Sutton Shaw and Rachel Snipes. Thank you both for your time. First, I want to make sure folks know what it is that you do and the services and the post-traumatic relief that you offer.
Well, the Big Red Barn Retreat was established in 2014, and what we do is we train veterans, active duty and first responders, post-traumatic growth. So these deepest, darkest moments of struggle that you go through, that on the other side of those, through resilience and strength and courage, you can find growth and transformation. And so it's a different approach in terms of right now what we hear is PTSD, PTSD, PTSD. We believe that we need to train people how they can actually go through these very difficult times in their lives and come out the other side stronger, better, with growth, deeper appreciation for life.
And you said it's a unique approach. Talk to me, because sometimes that approach is through music, correct?
Correct. There are different ways in terms of using music and using different methods to regulate yourself, to access positive memories. I think all of us can relate to that, having a bad day, and you get in your car and you turn on a song that is like, this is my jam. You turn it up, you're cranking, and all of a sudden that mood kind of shifts. Or that song that you remember growing up was the song you and your mom sang. And so music plays a big part of that and being able to access positive memories. It also can be a form of disclosure. If you're struggling, and that's what songwriters do, they do a great job of taking feelings we have, whether it's a breakup, whether it's new love, right, attraction. They find the words and lyrics and put it together, and that's what makes us connect to music. So this really makes sense for us to connect to music. We do it in the PATH program that we deliver, but also to have events that really highlight music for us.
And talking about events, you have an event coming up next month. Talk to me about who's going to be performing, a very special guest.
Yes, we have Scotty Hastings coming to perform. We also have 3 Warrior Path alumni. We have Carter Librand, Brandon Roberts, and Robert Stevens.
Talk to me about the difference that this event is going to be making.
First of all, it's obviously a fundraiser. Everything we do at the Red Barn is absolutely free. Anyone can apply to the program and come to us. So if you live out of state and need to fly, we'll fly you in. But for the most part, they come from North and South Carolina. It covers everything, all the meals, all the instruction, all the supplies. We want to keep this free for them. And so this helps support that ability to keep everything absolutely free.
Someone said trauma is seen and unseen. And I want folks who are watching this to know that you are a resource and that there's no shame in getting some help.
Well, and that's the important thing. When trauma happens and struggle happens, right, oftentimes our veterans and first responders are going to put up a mask. I'm fine. I'm good. Why is that? Because culturally, it's seen maybe as weak or that you can't be counted on because you're struggling. But the truth of the matter is that if you disclose that, especially in a trusted, safe environment, I bet you'll find that some others are feeling that way too. And what you do is you learn that once you disclose it, it's like taking off a jacket. It's like, wow, I don't feel that shame or guilt anymore. And so it allows you to then grow from that. And I think that that's what's important. That's a whole shift that happens when you go through Warrior Path. That's a change for everybody. They're like, what do you mean I talk about this? And the reason they talk about it is because the people they're talking about are people that have been down that path. They've had to talk about these very difficult things, and they come out transformed on the other side.
I love how passionate you both are about speaking about this and the services that you provide. Real quickly though, we want to make sure that folks know the reason behind Memorial Day. We talked about this.
Yes. So to me, Memorial Day, right, is you are honoring and remembering those that gave their lives and sacrifice for the very freedoms that we're about to enjoy on Memorial Day. And that is very important. Secondarily, though, it's also important to remember these are people that are drawn to service. They're a different type of a person, and so they find pride and purpose in service. And so I always encourage people during Memorial Day to remember that it takes a special type of person to sign up, raise their right hand, and devote their life to helping others. And I think that to me is what Memorial Day is about, is that's what makes America great. Greatest military there is, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I couldn't have said it better than you just did.
Oh,
so I appreciate all of your hard work. We're going to make sure that we share this story and that we remember the true meaning of Memorial Day and all of your hard work. So thank you so much.
Thank you.